The Insured Zone. The Insured Zone with Bet Insured.
Of course, it's another disappointing weekend for the EPL champions, and again they lost another game, at this time at home against an arch rival. Welcome to another interesting episode of the Ensure Zone podcast, brought to you by Bet Ensure, the biggest and the most reliable sport prediction platform you can find anywhere in the world. I am FM Karika, the usual suspect. Kaka is with me, Kaka.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Manchester United.
Of course, interesting game we witnessed at the weekend at Liverpool. A lot of people never saw that coming, but then Ruben Amorim and his boys gave in a fight at Anfield.
Yeah, maybe a lot of people didn't see it coming, but I mean, it was Liverpool were there for the taking. I mean, we said it, their recent form was nothing to write home about, and if you take your chances and you defend well against them, you probably had a chance, which was the script Manchester United put out there, and yeah, it was a big win for them. It was a good win for Amorim and his boys.
Also, a big win for Ruben Amorim and his boys, the first back-to-back winner for the manager. But now, guys, before we dive into it properly, let's check the results of our predictions from last weekend. An interesting pick. It all came out to be. Let's see them. Of course, guys, welcome back. It's still the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by Better Short. Please like, share, subscribe, and also put on the notification button to get interesting content from us whenever it drops. And also don't forget to log on to www.bettershow.com, and there you will have access to interesting predictions across all sports. And now straight into the business of the day. The first game we'll be talking about is the game between Chelsea and Sunderland. Of course, Chelsea big winners at the weekend, and of course, Sunderland will making a trip to Stamford Bridge.
Yes, the win that got Ange Postecoglou sacked at Nottingham Forest. I mean, it was just a matter of time before he got sacked, and it was a big win for Chelsea. And they didn't do well fantastically in the first half. I think they were so poor. But the changes, the changes in the second half turned the game on his head, and I think, going into this one against Sunderland, I don't expect you to win against Liverpool and get a good win away at Nottingham Forest and you lose to Sunderland at home. It does. I don't think it makes sense to me. So I think they need to solidify those wins, and I expect them to come out with 3 maximum points in this one.
Of course, Chelsea expected to come out with 3 maximum points. Guys, let's go through the prediction of this game between Chelsea and Sunderland. Our prediction is over 2.5 at 1.76 odds. That's massive. 1.76 odds. And 2-1 is the scoreline prediction. 2-1 in favor of Chelsea, and home leaders at 1.23 odds for the expert prediction. And now straight to Manchester United.
Yeah.
First time winning back-to-back for the manager.
Yeah.
And now a Brighton side will be visiting Old Trafford this time.
Yeah, I think the brighter side, they've found it difficult as well to get one over in recent years. Brighton, I've always given Manchester United a chance whenever they play at home, and especially against an expansive side, which Brighton would do the same as well. And getting a win against Liverpool, like I said earlier, you don't get such big win away, especially at Anfield, and you come back at home to probably lose or probably drop point against Brighton. It does not signify progress. So if they are up for it, Brighton will come out to play. They would not defend as a low block. So and I think the boys are getting in tune with the manager's system, and I expect goals in this one. I expect goals in this one. But I think Manchester United should nick this one. I think they should be able to. I think they should win this one.
Of course, goals about 10 in expectation. Manchester United is expected to really win this one coming from last weekend. Now, guys, are straight to the prediction of this game between Manchester United and Brighton.
Yes, we have predicted goals in this one, and it is both teams to score at 1.50 odds. Both teams to score at 1.50 odds. And the expected scoreline in this one is 2-2 draw, 2-2. And the expert's prediction for this one is second half over 1 at 1.28 odds.
Of course, guys, are now to the champions. Yes, Liverpool, who haven't been having it rosy so far. 4 games on the bounce, and they haven't even gotten a win. They will be visiting Brentford in another game to really test Arne Slot if this season will be another twist entirely for you.
Yeah, I mean, and Brentford got a good win on Monday against West Ham, and these are teams you dread to play, especially when they play in their ground. Sunderland, I mean, Brentford is one of those teams you find it difficult to crack down. You find them because they are so defensively compact. Coming into this one, they would look at this Liverpool team and they look at their previous performances, and you would think if you defend well against Liverpool and you hit them on the counter, I think they are susceptible to counter attacks, and their defense is worrying at this point. Even they are not so creating clear-cut chances these days, and a lot of their players, especially the talisman Mo Salah, doesn't seem to be up for it. He hasn't been for a couple of weeks now, and these guys, they need to step up. I mean, and very soon as possible, they do need to step up. And if they drop more points, I mean, it might start to signify a series of even probably bad problems for Arne Slot at this point. So in this one, I think Brentford will give them a run for their money, but I mean, I expect Liverpool to. I mean, you expect Liverpool to probably win this one.
Of course, it will be a tough one, but then Liverpool should at least get the job done. Guys, are straight to the prediction of this game between Brentford and Liverpool. Yes, we have predicted that Liverpool win or draw this one at 1.22 odds and 2, and the predicted scoreline and first half over 0.5 at 1.2 odds for the expert prediction. Guys, without wasting time to another title contender, a team that looks solid and that looks like they are really riding on a high. About Arsenal, they'll be playing Crystal Palace, another team that has really proven a lot of people wrong. It is Crystal Palace is actually one of the teams in the league that everything fair whenever you want.
Yes, because the manager knows what he wants and the players execute the game plan, I mean, to perfection. They gave us a classic last weekend against Bournemouth, and it was one of the game of the season for me. Coming to Emirates is a different ball game. Arsenal, on the other hand, got a vital win as well against Fulham. I expected them to grind out that result, and they did. Coming to back to the Emirates, which you expect them to be much more comfortable, although Palace will not make it comfortable for them because they are very solid at the back as well, and they are this team as well that loves to play in the counter attacks as well. So genuinely, if Arsenal wants to win the league this season, because I feel like looks like they are hope for it.
Of course.
Yep, I expect them to get the job done.
Of course. Arsenal expected to get the job done. If Arteta will be winning the league this season against the Palace side, that will really be a tough nut to crack. Guys, straight to the prediction of this game between Arsenal and Crystal Palace.
Arsenal are expected to win this one, straight home win at 1.50 odds, home win at 1.50 odds, and the expert prediction for this one is over 1.5. The expected scoreline for this one is 2-1 in favor of Arsenal.
And again, straight Aston Villa versus Manchester City. Aston Villa, a team that seem to have woken up so far against Manchester City. City already sure is City, but then they haven't really been stable outrightly. But against Aston Villa, this should be another interesting game.
Yeah, it should be an interesting game. I won't say they've not been stable. I think they've been. I mean, on their part, they've been doing what is expected of them. a lot of people are probably not focusing too much on them, but which is a good thing for Guardiola. A slip up from Arsenal, and he just overtake Arsenal at the summit today. Coming into this one, Aston Villa as well rejuvenated Aston Villa side, and I think they've won 5 matches on the bounce in all competition, and which is a good one for them. And they are playing at home in front of their fans. It is a dreaded stadium as well. Although Manchester City, I think when I saw them against Everton last weekend, they give up a lot of chances, and that is my worry for them at the back. They seems to be a little fragile, and if Aston Villa take the game to them, Aston Villa would think there's a chance at getting something in there, and I think Aston Villa will get something in this game.
Of course, Aston Villa might actually get something in this game against the Manchester City. Guys, I told the prediction of this game. It is predicted that as Manchester City, I beg your pardon, Man City to win or draw this one at 1.29 odds. 2-0, the expected scoreline in favor of Man City, and over 1.5 at 1.18 odds for the expert prediction. Now to the last game, we'll be talking about Everton versus Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham, a lot of people never expected what they saw from them this season. One of the teams that really did poorly last season, but yeah, this season they have started on a high. And for Everton, David Moyes, and this is the man. It seems some managers are made for some clubs, and Moyes is made for Everton.
Yeah, he is. He would be a little disappointed in their game against Manchester City last weekend because they created good chances. They should have had about 2 or 3 goals, and missing their talisman Jack Grealish from last week, which we give them a boost, and playing at home as well in this one. They should be up for it. They should be up for it. My gut mind is telling me that this ends in a draw.
Oh, fantastic. This probably might end in a draw, guys. And let's go to the prediction of this game between Everton and Tottenham.
Yeah, we have predicted both teams to score at 1.71 odds. Both teams to score at 1.71 odds. And the expected scoreline in this one is 1-1. 1-1 is the expected scoreline. And the expert prediction for this one is over 1.5 at 1.28 odds.
Of course, guys, without wasting time, we still have loads and loads of for you. Yes, we have the bonus pick, the remaining of the games from the English Premier League, also from the Italian Serie A and the Spanish La Liga. All you can actually bank on. Let's see them. Now, guys, it's not over, of course. So we still have the 20 other weekend banker specially created by our experts right here at Bet Ensured on OneXBet. Let's see them because they are always worth it. And of course, guys, it's still the Ensure Zone podcast, and now I won't go without telling you, please, yes, go log on to www.betensured.com. There, you stand a chance of winning $200. Yes, $200 in the lucky 12 for free. So there, if you can get 12 games correctly, and if you can get 8, 9, 10, 11 games correctly, you stand a chance of winning compensation prizes. And that's not all on the website. We have loads of games and packages for you for your enjoyment and also to help you boost your finances. It's only better sure that can do this. Yes, guys, this is where we're going to closing on the podcast for this weekend. A big thank you to every one of you, and of course, make sure you join us next weekend. Myself and Kaka, we say advance now.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, right here on the Ensure Zone podcast, and we don't just predict the future, we actually ensure it. Bye for now.